What do you want? I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting. I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you. Every Argonian wedding proposal band is supposed to have 3 flawless amethysts as part of their design. 2 of the gems, the ones on the outside, represent the couple to be married. 1 for the husband, 1 for the wife. The amethyst in the center represents the Hist, the entity that all Argonians consider a sacred part of our lives. With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people. Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. If you mention you know about it, she might just listen to you. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought. Three, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujamma. They're vermin. Garbage. They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live. How appropriate they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash. Disgusting. Ruined sewers filled with goodness knows what. There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves' Guild's territory. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
I'm not paying you or Brynjolf a single coin. Now get out of my tavern. No, and I never will. Now get out of my inn. How could you possibly know about... Please, my family means too much to me. Don't hurt them. Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf and tell him he'll have no more trouble from me.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
What did you want? What does he want now? I already explained to him that you can't get blood from a stone. Ha! We'll see about that.
Get her!
Never should have come
on,
here.
she's not so tough.
I'll have your head!
That's no match to throw! Come on! Come on, she's not so tough.
I'm going to enjoy this. Yeah!
Drive that snow back to the ground! Get her! You're just gonna stand there and take it? Come on, she's not so tough.
What did you want? Of course not. You expect me to take care of it by myself? My niece Svana helps me with the chores. She'd be more help if she kept her head out of the clouds. She's been with me ever since her parents were killed by bandits and she was dropped in my lap. Just leave me in peace.
It's a fine day with you around.
All meat guaranteed, clean and free from rot joint.
Heard they're reforming the dock.
Fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your
come from? It's like the ancient legends. Dragonborn.
Huh?
I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
By the gods. I don't even know what to say.
In all my years, I've never... Well, I'd be careful if I were you. I hear the Nords
I
hunt
never
for
would have
some
believed
kind
it
of
if I hadn't
initiation
seen
rite.
it with my own eyes.
Not all of them end up victorious.
I trained our daughter Lilia as a healer to one day tend the shrine of Talos and replace me as a priestess of Talos. When the fighting began over the white gold concordat, she ran off to join the Stormcloaks. She had her father's fire. How could I say no? She died out there, only having tended to the wounded soldiers for a few months. We never even found her body. The Empire burned all the dead. He's the protector of man, the Dragon of the North, the patron of all Nords. And despite the Imperials and their treaty, he will always be one of the 9 divines. A devout Nord would rather fall in battle and have his blood spill upon the earth than allow the Empire to strike his name from the divinity. Talos is part of our culture. He's part of our heritage and our tradition. He's Skyrim personified. To suddenly have all that wrenched away is like losing someone you hold dearly in your heart. The Empire already took my daughter from us, but by Talos, they will not take our homeland. Talos guide you. The Thieves Guild used to run this city. Now they're nothing but braggart and bullies.
Hey, you're not supposed to be down here. Official business only. Oh, my mistake then. Sorry, you can go on ahead.
Well, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? I've always got time for lovely ladies. Have you come to gawk at me, or is this a social call? Look, we all have our flaws. Mine is that women can't get enough of me. So I had this little affair going on while I was betrothed to a beautiful girl named Svidi. Well, she finds out and she tells her brother Wolfer that her brother attacks me with a knife. I mean, I had to defend myself. Exactly. Now I have to stare at these bars for 8 months. Can you believe it? I was about to let that wench marry into the richest family in Riften, and this is how she repays me. I'd do anything to have that whore's head on a platter. All I need to know is where she is. Ah, that's the spirit. Find her, and I promise you'll be well compensated. Ah, and let me guess. He wants his horse. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. See, I don't really outright own Frost. That is correct. You see, Frost belongs to the Blackbriar estate. Technically, everything in the estate is owned by my mother, Maven. My plan was to take the horse from our lodge and deliver it to Latrush at the stables. Obviously, that didn't exactly work out as I'd planned. Still, I don't want to cross Latrush. Tell you what, steal the horse and deliver it, and you can have the second half of the payment. Sure, take advantage of the guy in jail. Okay, fine, I can make the deal sweeter. I obviously don't have anything here, but there's a hidden stash in the lodge, and I did manage to hold on to the key. Take it. Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? I'm not stealing anything. Besides, some jail time isn't going to make me roll over and play dead.
Say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice. Shout.
Oh no, you're the one from Brynjolf's outfit, aren't you? Oh, there's no need for that. I know why you're here. Tell Brynjolf not to worry about it anymore. Oh, and look, I even have the payment I owed. Here, take it. I hope you're... Some may call this junk. Me? I call them treasures. I hope Brynjolf chokes on his...
Divine smile on you.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone. All meats guaranteed clean and free from harm.
Stay. Last person who made trouble for Veckel ended up with a smashed head. All right.
Got a lot of nerve coming down here. People tend to get hurt in the rat way.
I'm busy. Don't you?
So, job's done and you even brought the gold.
I'm
Best
not
of
here to
all, you
hold
did
your
it clean.
hand. Figure
I
this
like
one
that.
out for yourself.
Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive.
Come back later, and I may have some work for you.
You need advice? Talk to Brynjolf. I got better things to do.
So, job well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me.
I think you better listen to Mercer and Brynjolf first. We can talk later.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
Better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. We do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? I'll let that comment go because you're new here. Ask things out of turn again and we have a problem. Now, are we clear on all of this? If you're not sure, maybe you don't belong here. I'll ask again. Are we clear on all of this? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex... Get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin. So don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Cornelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. The guild depends on an arrangement of influential people to keep things running smoothly. Without them at our backs, we'd be in serious trouble. Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people... I'll give you one good reason. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey. Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest. Then out of the clear blue... So we send in Vex, and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries. Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arengoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arengoth and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the 4th Era in prison. Whoa, lass. I'd do just as well drawing a blade across my own neck. Where did this foolish request come from? Huh. So Sibby finally got the nerve to bare his teeth, eh? Look, this sounds like a family matter, and I don't want the guild in the middle of it. You do what you want. Just don't expect us at your back when Maven has your head on the executioner's block. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
You're making waves around here. I like that. If you ever... It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got... Vex just tells... Huh, are you... Me? I ran... Vex was wait... Well, so, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. Need any more pickpocket training? You just let me know.
Got a minute? Wanted to say something.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason. Don't tell me. Sibby and Louis Latruche? Well, Sibby is in jail, and Latruche is certainly welcome to try. My hired help is more than a match for him. Really? Now that is interesting. Then you should know that Louis and I have a certain history. Tell you what, go along with his plans for now. I'll keep an eye on you both, and when the time is right, I'll settle accounts with Louis. What in the name of oblivion do you want? I don't have time for idle chit-chat. What is it? The Blackbriar family has always been allied with the Guild. Our connections with the Empire and within Skyrim make for a perfect fit. I dare say the Guild owes its survival as much to my family as it does to its own people. I believe we're done.
Please. Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so bad?
I've got your back. You lead. I'll follow.
I can't take this place anymore. The trees, all the colors, but the city's so dark. Why? It makes no sense.
Are you feeling sick?
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Thanks again for the delivery to Markarth. What can I do for you? New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
If you're looking for a handout, you'll want to speak with my husband.
Need a ride? My carriage is the safest way to travel. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
By Eastmere, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north, by the Lauria's farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. Like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Well, sounds like you've had quite a journey, Utger.
No offense, but you're... Huh? Do you hunt? The plains outside Whiterun are ripe with game.
You're someone who can get things done. I like it.
Of course.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Ah, hello, my Nord friend. In the market for some hunting supplies? Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare. It's just up the road near the market. You should check in at Dragon's Reach, too. There's so much going on these days. The Jarl or his steward might have need of help. Yes, I hear that question often. My brother Honorius and I came up with it one night after consuming rather too much mead. After our drinks, we went out for a moonlight hunt. We got separated, and in his drunken state, my brother mistook me for a deer. He shot an arrow that pierced my, well, rump. After such a memorable adventure, we knew we had the name for our shop. Take a look. Thank you very much for your business. Hello, friend.
Blade and shadow. I am an artisan, painting in strokes of blood red upon the canvas of life. But yes, I will take coin to fight at your side. After all, where is the value in creating art if there is nobody left alive to see it? Walk always in shadows, so that you will see your foes before they see you.
So, you're finally back. Look, I've been patient, but you still owe me. Oh, what's wrong? Did the engagement fall through? Look, how about we call it even, as long as you bring back the wedding ring? That's really a shame. I was so looking forward to the wedding. You said you'd have all the most interesting guests. You went right out to give it to your fiancée. Don't you even remember where you left her? And after you told me that sweet story of how you met in Witchmist Grove, I can see why she left you. How could you forget? It was the sweetest story I'd ever heard. You met at the full moon, under the biggest tree in Witchmist Grove, surrounded by fireflies. It was straight out of a storybook. I'm sure your bride-to-be will tell you when and where the ceremony will be. If she still wants to marry you when you tell her you can't afford the ring. All right. You're mean when you're sober. You said the ceremony was going to be in Morvenskar. You said your friend Sam was going to be your best man. Farewell.
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. What do you need, my friend? Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, everything's for sale. Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, well, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need, and it's worth every septum. Isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful weather and hospitable people, of course. Not to mention my great fondness for dragons and petty political power struggles. But without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a regular basis. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Do come back.